Hey everyone, and welcome. On June 11th, 2025, we're going to have this big, huge full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, this is also going to be in square to both of the nodes. So we're going to have the moon opposing the sun, and both of those are going to be square to the north and south node. This is your astrology forecast for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to be here and share this with you. If you are new here, you can learn more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. Thank you for liking and subscribing and for sharing your journey with me. So on June 11th, 2025, we're going to have this powerful moment, which is not only within the skies, but it's also going to be within our inner and our outer world. It is square the nodes. Now, full moons, they're naturally culminations, they're endings. It's when the sun is literally illuminating the moon and shining a spotlight of where we have journeyed and what we have discovered and what we are ready to release and let go. They're culminations, endings, a time of releasing. And it's going to be in the beautiful, bold, truth-seeking sign of Sagittarius. Now, this full moon speaks with fire and with wisdom and with vision. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. It invites moments of faith and expansion. It governs our belief systems, our higher learning, our spiritual quests, far off horizons, both literal and metaphorically. Its ruler is Jupiter, and so champions of growth through understanding. It's here that we are reminded to ask, what is my truth now? What belief or story have I outgrown? And that chapter needs to close out. What truth must I speak or live? Now, opposing this full moon, we have the sun in the sign of Gemini. Now, that's an air sign. It thrives on curiosity and dialogue and our connection with other people. Where Sagittarius wants the whole picture, the big picture, Gemini, it craves the details. Together, they call us to balance our knowledge with wisdom, our facts with faith, our information with intuition. So Gemini, it seeks answers through questions. Sagittarius, it seeks meaning through our experiences. This axis, it activates our mind, our body, our spirit, our soul connection. It's inviting us to integrate what we know intellectually with what we believe spiritually. This full moon is forming this square. It's a hard aspect. It's a 90-degree angle to the nodes in the sign of Virgo and Pisces. This adds even more depth and urgency and intensity to this full moon. Squares to the nodes often reveal these karmic turning points. They are tension that is between the rational Virgo and the intuitive Pisces, between practical services and spiritual surrender, release, and let go. This is going to be a moment that we're going to want to pause and reflect on where we have been out of alignment, where we have allowed old patterns to dictate our path, where the universe is now nudging us to choose the higher ground. This lunation, it awakens a deep spiritual restlessness, a longing to seek new truth, to find or to refine our purpose, to align with a mission that feels bigger than just ourselves. Many of us may feel pulled to release outdated ideologies or commitments or affiliations that just no longer serve our growth. Others, you may find yourselves drawn to new communities, new educational paths, new spiritual teachers or connections or causes that ignite that internal flame of inner purpose. I see this moment as this portal of a redirection and a revelation. With the full moon in a fire sign, this is not a passive release. This is a very active one. You might feel inspired to to just speak your truth, to move your body, to burn through the limitation, let go of the need for the external approval. Instead, stand rooted within your own inner compass. This is going to be a time for reflection. This is about letting go and a releasing of sorts, a vow to your higher self. You can call in your guides, your teachers, your ancestors. You can pause and meditate. Ask for clarity around the story that you are ending and this new journey that you are about to begin. Our networks, our social circles, our shared beliefs, all of these communities that we are part of, this full moon is encouraging us to come together with those who uplift and who challenge us to be our most awakened selves. The world is rapidly shifting. There's new knowledge that is literally pouring in. We are forming alliances that are not just based on proximity, but also on frequency. So ask, who am I learning from? Who am I walking with? What ideals are we building together? This is a beautiful moment for celebrating your own personal milestones, for publishing ideals, or sharing of wisdom, or teaching what you've mastered, or saying goodbye to a version of yourself that just no longer fits your current expansion. Remember, full moons, they bring about endings. They bring about closures and culminations. It's about one chapter ending in order for a new chapter to begin, where the student becomes the teacher. So this full moon, remember, the words that or themes that go along with it are mastery, alignment, truth, vision, completion, freedom, evolution, integration, illumination, expansion, and our impact. So let this full moon, let it be a beacon to remind you, you are on a journey. It's okay to change directions. It's okay to outgrow things. It's okay to not have all the answers. The light of this lunation is going to show you exactly what is now ready to be seen. We see things during the day, and in a full moon, that shows us things that were hidden or once in the dark or are now ready to be seen. And with this awareness comes both peace and power. So offerings this month, for private consultation, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. To working with the moon, check out my moon manifestation guide, follow in the link below. You can sign up for my newsletter, find out about all early releases, what's going on, specials, all happenings. If you're interested in a community with like-minded individuals where we share, we learn, we connect, check out my Patreon. If you are a Gemini, ready for Gemini season, check out my solar return chart consultation and use code Gemini10 at checkout. Additionally, I offer live astrology consultations right here every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you to help you navigate your unique journey. So let's dive in. So for my Aries friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have the Sun in the sign of Gemini, and this is in an area of your life that's all about communication and your immediate environment, illuminating the Moon in your house of higher education, philosophy, belief, in a square with your North Node in Pisces and with your South Node in the sign of Virgo. Now, this full moon is illuminating your house of higher learning, truth, philosophy, beliefs. I always say it's visas and passports. It's long distance travel. It's about publishing and legal matters and spiritual philosophy. And so there's endings, culminations, closures. And so you are being called to reflect on what have you learned and how this has changed your personal truth and how it has evolved. This square between the Virgo and Pisces area of your life, this is suggesting that there's tension between your daily routines and the hidden side, your personal private. Having the North Node in Pisces in your 12th house, it suggests that there's this spiritual connection to dreams, intuition, psychic ability, and your day-to-day living, your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. And it's a time to stop and say, are you overscheduling yourself? Are you leaving no room for pause or reflection? The opportunities that can come from this transit include expanding your worldview through travel or taking a class, like completing a course, or teaching others about your lived experiences. There could be traveling for spiritual or educational growth, like a vacation or going somewhere to connect with the community. This is really a powerful time for sharing your voice through writing or through speaking or through teaching. The challenge, remember, it's a T-square. It's definitely there's going to be this push-pull. Squares bring about tension in order to create change. So this challenge is about arising in the balance of practicality with idealism. You might question some of the structures that you have built, or you might feel disconnected from your belief system or of something that you felt solid with or that had once grounded you. There could be restlessness that might come from a deeper desire for the true meaning of what is going on, like life. Let this be a time when you truly evaluate your thinking and you look to release any outdated worldviews that no longer resonate with your lived truth. Explore new philosophies, new beliefs, but ground them in your daily practices that bring your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul into an alignment. Allow yourself to integrate your need for exploration with this desire to be of service to others. Use discernment within your spiritual path and trust that your truth is going to evolve with experience. And this is the sign of growth, not failure. A mantra for this full moon can be, I walk my path with wisdom and wonder. My truth is evolving, and so am I. So Aries, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Taurus friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have the Sun in an area of your life that revolves around your personal assets, your personal resources, your cash, your property, your talents, and your skill set. It's illuminating, shining a light on the full moon in your 8th house of shared resources, of deep transformation. The square comes with the North Node in Pisces with your goals, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, the people that you want to collaborate with, and what you want to do personally yourself, with having the South Node in the sign of Virgo with the house of creativity and art and music and beauty. And so this full moon, it's activating an area that revolves around deep transformation, of shared resources, of intimacy, of power, of depth, of psychological healing. This is about emotional intensity that can now rise up as you become more aware of what you've outgrown, how you have changed, particularly in how you connect with others, how you bond with others, how you share, and how you rely on other people. The opportunities that can come from this transit lie in releasing of debts. Now, debts can be financial, or they can also be emotional. This is about confronting your fears around vulnerability and transforming your limiting belief system around self-worth and around power. There can be this spiritual renewal that's available if you are allowing yourself to shed what no longer serves you. The challenge with this, because squares always bring a square is this tense aspect that brings it brings difficulty, it brings tension to push you to change, to grow and evolve. And so the challenge involves the pressure to hold on to control or to resist change. The square from the nodes is truly highlighting this conflict between what you find for joy and your need for deeper soul healing and connection with other people. You might need to let go, let flow, surrender to an illusion of safety in order for you to grow. I'm encouraging you to know that transformation it's not comfortable, but it is essential. This full moon is offering you a chance to see. It's revealing to you what you're ready to release. This energetic weight of the past, of past pain, of resentment, of fears. And you are stepping into this new cycle of empowerment, reflecting on the agreements that you've made, whether they're spoken or unspoken, and whether they're still serving your highest good. Real intimacy, it begins when we trust our own resilience enough to open up our hearts to other people. A mantra for you can be, I release what weighs me down and I rise with grace. My power is rooted in transformation. So Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels this journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Gemini friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is going to be extremely personal for you because you have the sun in your first house of your identity. This is illuminating who you are. It's your business card, it's your website, it's who you are presenting to the world, it's your interests, your goals, all of those topics that represent you. Now, the full moon is within the partnership sector of your life. It's with best friends, significant others, clients, consultations. It's also open enemies and exes. The seventh house is the other person or persons that is in our life. The square comes with the nodes, with having the north node at the top of your chart in your career sector. That's jobs, legacy, reputation, and with the south node in the sign of Virgo in your house of home and security, stability. Remember that the first house is our living situation. It's our personal life. It's ancestors' DNA. It's what we build our life upon. So having a full moon, endings, closures, culminations. This has to do with all types of partnerships and committed agreements and relationships with other people. There can be this turning point that can arise with a significant other or in how you approach your one-on-one connections. Now, not all endings are bad. The opportunities can include recognizing that there's this imbalance within your current relationships or your partnerships, calling in new aligned people that you can collaborate with, or fully closing the chapter on a relationship that has served its purpose. Maybe that client no longer needs your service. So there's this potential for growth in being seen and being heard that comes in a variety of new ways. The challenge comes from revolving around reconciling your personal identity and your independence with the desire for connection. Remember that squares in general, they cause these difficult aspects, these tension points in our life that force us to pivot, to shift, to change. And so the square from Virgo and Pisces, it's suggesting that there's a strain between who you are in public and who you are in your private life, or between your vision for your future and what you expect from family ties. There's this difficulty that's, what do I want? What do they want? What do they need? There's this push-pull between home and career or reputation or legacy and your foundation. And so I'm encouraging you to let your truth be the compass within your relationships, within your connections, your partnerships. Ask yourself not only, do they love me, but also, do I grow within this connection? You are learning to show up as your full self without losing your sense of purpose or boundaries. If there's a relationship that's closing or ending, let it be with love. If one is evolving, lean into the work of shared growth. Authenticity, it creates the harmony. So a mantra, Gemini, can be, I honor my growth through connection. I choose partnerships that reflect my truth. So Gemini, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Cancer friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the Moon is your ruling planet. Wherever it goes, whatever it does, it affects you. It changing into a new sign every 2.5 days, it affects you. This full moon will come with a crossroads. And so you have the Sun focused on a very intimate area of your life. It's in the sign of Gemini. It's in your dreams, your intuition, your connection to the spiritual realm. Having the full moon illuminating things that have to do with your mental, physical, spiritual health, emotional well-being, and finding a balance between home and career. The square comes from having the North Node in the sign of Pisces. Pisces, this area wants us to explore classes and workshops and travel, expand your mind. And the South Node in Virgo in things that are closer to home. And so this full moon, it's having endings or culminations or closures in your area of health and your day-to-day service, alternative healthcare and healing opportunities and practices and modalities. And the 6th house is also, how can I be of service to you? And so you might feel this need to let go or release or end. Remember, this is closures, culminations, routines that just no longer energize you. They no longer fuel you, or you recognize a deeper calling in order to serve in a more purposeful way, to show up for others. The opportunities that can come from this includes this beautiful, fresh new outlook on your physical wellness, work-life balance, and rituals that support your day-to-day living. This is going to be a time to celebrate how far you've come and creating order and devotion in your daily life. This could be, I'm ready to end this habit. I'm ready to put this behind me. The challenges, they can involve overextension or burnout or chasing perfectionism. The square to the nodes, it asks you, it's causing tension, and it's asking you to find the harmony between grounded, practical effort of Virgo and the spiritual surrender, the let go, let flow that comes with Pisces energy. It asks you, are you working too hard to prove your worth? Your body is your ally. It's not your enemy. Pay attention to the signals that it's giving to you. Rest, hydration, self-care, peace. Review your commitments that align with your to-do list and align them with your long-term vision. This full moon is asking you to not work harder, but to work more soulfully. Let your service come from a space of joy and this inner clarity, and not from obligation. A mantra for you can be, I align my work with my well-being. I honor the sacred in my everyday life. So Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Leo friends, sun, moon, and rising, the sun is your chart ruler. It's always important for you to be following where is the sun, what is it doing, what is it coming in contact with. So you have the sun in the sign of Gemini, in an area of your life of these are my goals, my dreams, my hopes, the people that I connect with, the people that I collaborate with. It is illuminating endings, closures, culminations that has to do with how the themes of maybe a love affair. This could be ending a creative project, art, music, beauty. Now, the square to the nodes comes with the north node in the sign of Pisces and the south node in the sign of Virgo. This is on an axis of what belongs to me, and what do I need to feel secure, and where am I invested with people, places, and things, either energetically or financially. And so this full moon activating creativity, romance, joy, things that you want to give birth to or to create or have, and your own self-expression. The spotlight is on all of your passions, your desires. What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel playful and proud? There's something creative or heartfelt that might be coming in to a culmination or might be coming into clarity. Like you might be able to see everything now in that is illuminated and that has come full circle. The opportunities that come with this is completing a creative project, or deepening this romantic connection that you have with somebody, or reconnecting with children or your own inner child, or finally giving yourself permission to just take up space with your art or your voice, or to tap into your heart. The challenge here, because that's what T-squares do, that's what the nodes are asking you. Remember, the north node is our direction, the south node is where we've come from. And so they create a tense point in order to push us to change. So this involves the tension between your own personal joy and your community responsibilities. The square to the Virgo Pisces axis to the nodes, it's asking you to navigate where your creative interests with shared values and resources are with other people. Are you giving too much of yourself away without nurturing your own spark? Are you like... The sun is saying this is an area that's a focus, and the moon is saying, and now we need to have a closure, a culmination, some type of an ending to this project. Know that your joy is sacred. It is not frivolous nor secondary. This is a moment for you to reclaim your creative fire and be unapologetically expressing yourself, your gifts, and your talents. Whether you share your art, or you're opening up to love with somebody else, or you're parenting with renewed wisdom. Remember that your authenticity, that's magnetic. Let go of the fear that your happiness, it comes at the expense of others. In truth, your light, it illuminates the path for other people to follow. A mantra for you, Leo, can be, I am a radiant force of creativity and joy. My light is my legacy. So Leo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Virgo friends, sun, moon, and rising, the sun is at the top of your chart. This is intense because this is shining a light on your job, your responsibility, your reputation. It's things that you want to do, or it's authority figures or things that you hold authority over. It is illuminating or shining a light on your home sector. The fourth house for you represents your personal life, your living situation, your foundation of which you build your life upon. Now the T-square is with the nodes. This is extremely personal for you because the south node is in your first house of your identity, who you are, your website, your business card, how you want to be known, how you want to be seen. And the south node in Pisces, the north node in Pisces in your seventh house of partnership. If the first house is you, the seventh house is you with others. And so this can be personal or this can be collaborative. This can be open enemies. This can be exes. We know that with the full moon illuminating your fourth house of foundations, your traditions, it could be your ancestral roots. There can be emotional, because the moon brings about our feelings and our emotions, emotional revelations or endings or closures that can surface around your living space or your family dynamics, people that live within your family or connection to family members, your home. You are being invited to come home to yourself, emotionally, spiritually, and literally. The opportunities that can come from this transit include releasing of any outdated family roles, or completing a move. Maybe I'm finally here, I can now settle in, or renovating your space, or choosing peace over people pleasing. There's this deeper understanding of your lineage, or there can be an emotional inheritance that can also be revealed or emerge from this transit. The challenge, because squares always bring tense points in order to push us, they challenge us to shift and to change and to grow and evolve. And so the challenge comes from the square to who you are and in your sign's own nodal axis. And it's the Virgo Pisces of creating this intense pressure around responsibility and trust. You might feel torn between caretaking and surrender, analysis and intuition, isolation and connection. It's literally the duality of having to pick and choose. And how do I do that? This is going to be a time that you're going to want to establish these emotional boundaries and to recognize what stability truly means for you. Look to reflect on the stories that you've inherited and ask which ones that you are now ready to rewrite. You are allowed to create a home that nurtures your spirit, not just meets the expectations. Tend to your own inner child. Heal your roots so that your future, it can flourish with integrity. A mantra for you, Virgo, can be, I build my sanctuary with truth and tenderness. I am safe to belong to myself. So Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you are looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Libra friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have the Sun in an area of your life that has you focused on connecting with other people, higher knowledge, taking a class, taking a workshop. This is the house of publishing and legal matters, and it's revealing having a closure or having an ending with your third house of the Moon in Sagittarius. This is the house of where you share your thoughts and ideas with other people. It's your close community, neighbors, siblings, cousins. It's taking a class or a workshop, but things are closer to home. The square to the nodes, having the South Node in your 12th house, this is dreams, intuition, psychic ability, connection to the spiritual realm. This is the house of isolation. This is the house where we need rest and recovery in order to tap into what does my intuition tell me. Having the North Node in the sign of Pisces in your daily habits, having to find a balance between your daily activities, making sure that you're nurturing and caring for your mind, your body, your spirit. And so having this full moon, it's about a message or a realization that can now be revealed, because we see things during the day, but when the full moon illuminates it, we see things that were hidden or just out of sight. And so maybe there's a realization that can surface now, something that kind of shifts your paradigm or your perception, or it completes a cycle in how you express yourself. The opportunities that can come with this transit include publishing a piece of writing or teaching or learning something new and significant, taking a course or a workshop, or engaging in like your neighborhood or your community, like at the local library, or redefining the way that you speak, or you speaking your truth in conversations or in media. Remember, the third house, it revolves around topics of all forms of communication, and this can be through technology also. Now, the challenges come from, they can involve mental burnout, like literally overanalysis or speaking before grounding your message. The square to the Virgo Pisces axis, it could stir up this conflict between these logical routines and a spiritual alignment. Are your words a reflection of your highest truth, or an attempt to just be understood? This is going to be a time that you're going to want to reflect on, how do you use your voice and where do you place your intentions and your focus? Clear out the mental clutter. Look to speak only on what feels aligned with you and necessary, because truth is not about perfection. It's about resonance. Let this full moon help you to complete any outdated script that you have been repeating in your head, like that broken record that goes on and on and on, because words are spells. So speak with care and love and clarity to yourself. A mantra can be, I choose thoughts and words that align with my truth. My voice carries power and peace. So Libra, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Scorpio friends, sun, moon, and rising, you have the sun in an area of your life that represents who you are connected with, who you are invested into, what you're invested into, people, places, and things, the house of power. And so the moon showing up in your area of your life that has to do with your money, your cash, your property, your skill set, your talents. What do you need in order to feel safe and secure? And so the square that this sets off is the south node in Virgo, in an area that revolves around your hopes and your dreams and your wishes, and who do you collaborate with? Who do you combine your energy with in order to manifest those things? And the north node in Pisces of, what do you want to create? What do you want to give birth to? Now, squares are always tension points. They're points where the universe is saying, do not become comfortable. I want to push you to change. It's about growing and evolving. And full moons, they illuminate what was once hidden that we didn't know. They bring about endings and culminations. And so this full moon illuminating topics that have to do with self-worth and your money, your resources, and your own personal values. There's this cycle that may complete regarding your finances or your confidence within your own talents or skill set. You are being asked to review, how do you value yourself and what you're ready to release in exchange for that freedom. The opportunities include manifesting a new income stream, or completing a financial obligation, or aligning your resources with your spiritual path. This is a perfect time for realizing that you're earning power and the sacredness of your gifts and of your talents. The challenge comes from the T-square. It stems from the Virgo Pisces nodes that's challenging you to balance your practical resources, your practical resource management with soulful creativity. Are you undervaluing yourself within relationships or within your work? Are your resources, are they aligned with your purpose? You are more than what you own and produce. This lunation, it's truly a call to kind of anchor your self-worth in your essence, not external validation. Reaffirm what you stand for and invest in what truly supports your growth. Let go of the scarcity mindset and step into empowered stewardship of your life. Worthiness is not earned, it is remembered. And so a mantra can be, I am deeply worthy and richly resourced. I invest in what nourishes my soul. So Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Sagittarius friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have the Sun in your partnership sector. The seventh house revolves around you with everybody else. This can be personal friends. This could be significant others. This is the house of collaborations. And so the seventh house is all of your one-on-one relationships or your social contracts or promises. It also revolves around topics of enemies or clients or exes. It's about negotiation and cooperation. It is you with others. Now, the full moon is about ending something that has to do with you. It's in your first house of your identity. That's why this one's going to be so personal for you. The first house is like your personality. It's your ego. It's your interests. It is, I always say, it's your business card and your website. Now the square comes with the north and south node. You have the north node in Pisces saying, I need to focus on stability. It's in the sign of Pisces at the bottom of your chart. It's I need to build something stable from the ground up. And the south node in Virgo is about perfectionism and career and reputation and legacy. Squares are when they show up in our life, they are pushing us, they challenge us to change, to alter, to pivot. It's where we have become too comfortable. And with this, full moons always bring about endings and closures and culminations. And so for you, this is about you and your identity and your self-image and your personal life direction. There is a personal truth that is peaking for you. You might feel deeply seen or called to release like a version of yourself that no longer reflects your current growth. The opportunities include stepping into the spotlight, being seen, completing a personal milestone for yourself, or launching something big that is aligned with your own authentic self, like your true self. Remember, I said, think of this as your business card or your website. What would you put on that you would want other people to see you or know you for? This is a powerful moment of self-realization that is available to you with who you've become and where you are like ready to move on to, where you're ready to go. This is you showing up for you. The challenge comes from the square between Virgo and Pisces. This is a challenge that says I need to align my outer identity with both career responsibilities and my own inner healing, my own foundation that I want. And looking at this and asking yourself, have I sacrificed too much of my truth for success or for security? You are not the same person that you were a year ago. This is your moment to honor how far you truly have come and to courageously release what no longer represents your spirit. Lead with integrity and allow your fire to illuminate a new path for others to follow. This full moon, it brings you the gift of visibility, and with it, the responsibility to show up fully and honestly. So a mantra can be, I honor the truth of who I am, and I walk forward with boldness and grace. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Capricorn friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have the Sun in your house of daily habits. This is how you show up for yourself, balancing home and career and taking care of yourself. It's your nutrition, it's your diet. It's also how can I be of service to others. It is shining a light on the full moon in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of rest and recovery, and it's the house of intuition and dreams and psychic ability. It's spiritual retreats, it's meditation and yoga. Now, the square, it forms this tense point between Virgo, perfectionism, and Pisces, the let go, let flow energy of wanting to connect with others and be at one. Now, remember that full moons, they bring endings and closures, and not all endings and culminations, they're not all bad. They reveal to us things that we could not see during the light, and now is the time. And this is in your area of your subconscious, your spiritual healing, endings, and in the hidden realms. And so you might feel called to take time out for yourself, for rest and for retreat, or to release, or to make peace with something that has lived beneath your surface for far too long. This is the house of karma, and it's where we go to heal and renew, where we stop the broken record and like get off the crazy train. This is a deeply introspective lunation for you that's asking you to surrender what your soul has outgrown. Opportunities that can come from this lie in closing this energetic chapter for yourself, letting go of grief or guilt and engaging in this sacred rest and reigniting your connection to the unseen world through dreams, through ritual, divine timing, connecting to your ancestors, your spirit guides, the angels. It's to your own divine. There is something private or unresolved that may now find a resolution. Now the challenge comes from the nodes. It's the pull between productivity and wanting peace, wanting to take care of my mind, my body, my spirit. The square to the Virgo Pisces axis with the nodes adds this tension between what your mind wants to manage and truly what your soul needs to feel. You might struggle with trusting what you cannot see or explain. Surrender is not a defeat. It's a sacred choice. And this full moon, it's helping you to end this karmic loop or this pattern or this broken record that may have been playing quietly in your life in the background. Let your spiritual practices guide your decisions. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you now know. Healing, it happens in stillness just as much as in action. Trust that release is the first step towards the rebirth. So Capricorn, a mantra can be, I release the past with love, and I trust the wisdom that rises in the silence. So Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Aquarius friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have the Sun in your house of, this is the house of what do I want to create? What do I want to give birth? It's the sign of Gemini. It is the house of art and beauty and music and love and wanting to connect with others. Having the endings, the culminations, the closures, this full moon is activating your house of my dreams, my hopes, my connections, my collaborations. It's the house of networking. The 11th house is who you connect up with, for whether it be teams or peers or friendship groups, or where you volunteer or connect. This can be in person, or this can also be digital and online. Now the square comes to the nodes, having Virgo, the South Node in Virgo in the 8th house of your shared resources, of where you are connected monetarily, energetically, emotionally with other people. and with the North Node in Pisces with your money, your personal skill set, talents, and resources, and what you need in order to feel secure, to be secure. And so remember that full moons illuminate things that we could not see during the day. It's now is the time that we now can see the full pictures. They bring about endings so we can start a new chapter. And so this has to do with friendships and social circles, your community, your vision, and your future dreams. You might be reevaluating the people that you surround yourself with and the causes that you want to support, or possibly some long-term goals that once inspired you. The opportunities that come with this include beautiful, powerful endings, or like this turning point within group affiliations, the chance to connect and network with more aligned souls, or a realization that the next steps that you need to take for your dream work. There could be a wish that comes true, or an outdated one can now dissolve. It like ends, and it's you making space for something better that's coming along. Now the challenge, because it's a T-square, this is involving the feeling of being misunderstood by your social circle, or torn between your own personal desires and the collective needs of others. The square to Virgo and Pisces with the nodes, it's really asking you to balance your shared ideals with taking truly realistic steps. Are your communities that you are part of, are they truly supporting your purpose? You are growing, changing, and evolving, and so has to be your vision for the future. This lunation, it's here to help you to clarify what you want to contribute to the world and who you want to walk beside you. Choose authenticity over just belonging. Let go of the illusion of just fitting in, and instead find where you can be celebrated for your own uniqueness. Your contribution, it matters more when it's rooted in the truth. So Aquarius, a mantra can be, I connect with those who honor my truth. I build the future through inspired alignment. So Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much. It is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of this transit, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Pisces friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this will be deeply felt by you. You have the sun at the bottom of your chart saying, I need to focus on building a foundation, strength, traditions, family, home, security. It's illuminating endings or culminations or closures that have to do with the top of your chart: career, job, reputation, legacy. The 10th house is about not just your professional life, but it's your own personal ambitions, what you want to achieve. The square, it comes from the nodes. Having the North Node transit your first house of identity makes this extremely personal. This is you stepping into an authentic role of who you are, letting go of fear. The South Node in Virgo in your partnership sector brings about topics that have to do with the other. If the first is you, the 7th house represents you and everybody else. This can be business partners, this can be clients, this can be best friends, this can be significant others, this can be exes. And so having the full moon bring about some type of an ending. Remember that we see everything, or we think that we do, and then a full moon shows us what was hidden, what was in the dark. And so this has to do with your career life, your public life, your legacy, the achievements that you want to leave behind. There's something that you've been working on that may now come to an ending, a culmination, Or this could be a reward, or you are recognizing that your professional path, it's no longer aligned with your evolving purpose. So a full moon here could mean I'm going to leave this job, or I'm going to shift this job, or I want to retire from this job, or I no longer want to volunteer here. It could be leaving something, or it could be ending of this in order for a promotion to something else. The opportunities that come from this can be definitely receiving accolades and recognition for all of your hard work and all of your efforts. You stepping into a leadership role and finally letting go of a title or responsibility that just no longer fits. This is going to be your moment to align your outer path with your own inner truth. The challenges that come with this, because the T-square, it brings this hard aspect that brings to your attention, it stems from the nodal axis of Virgo and Pisces. It's urging you to navigate between your service to others, your Virgo energy, and your service to spirit, your Pisces, in your first house of you, yourself, your identity. Are you seeking success through someone else's definition or your own soul's blueprint? You are being called with this full moon to redefine success on your own terms. This full moon, it's truly inviting you to align ambition with integrity and to release the need for external validation. You don't need to prove your worth through output or your essence. It is enough. Step forward with clarity, rooted in the knowledge that your public contribution, it can be both purposeful and it can be healing. So Pisces, a mantra can be, I rise in purpose and truth. My legacy, it reflects my soul's intention. So Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you are looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com.